I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 24th of July, 2026, the final day in 9 straight days of streaming, one of the longest runs I've had since I've been a streamer without a break. Today was all about Marvel Tokon's open beta. We're going to talk about that in a second. Beforehand, I just want to let you know that today's today's episode of the Level 1 podcast was a pretty good and important one. Why? Because not only did it recap all the stuff that we just did in this very lengthy week of 9 days of streaming, but I previewed some very important things coming up, including the premiere of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster playthrough on Sunday night, the premiere of Halo Campaign Evolved on Tuesday, and more. So please be sure to watch that show if you haven't yet. It's a pretty good one, and it covers a lot of important things about next week, okay? So, overall, how did today go? Marvel Tokon's beta was a mess, okay? I logged in to play it. We were playing it for about an hour, going through the early tutorial to learn the basics of the game. So, I did. And I think I did one match against computer-controlled opponents, and everyone was like, you know, it's day one. No one knows what you're doing. Why don't you just go online, even though you really don't know what you're doing? And I said, all right, fair enough. Let's do that. And as soon as I went to go online, the entire game crashed and no one could play it for over an hour. So I was kicked out, and then for about 45 minutes to an hour, I played old school fighters like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike and Super Turbo and a little bit of hyper fighting. And then after that hour ended, all of a sudden people were like, oh, it came back up, it came back up. So I basically had one more hour to actually try to play the game online. So I did, and I rushed and I tried to play online, and the online play was very hit or miss, meaning sometimes I would get a match right away, but it would lag. Sometimes I would wait a long time and get no matches, okay? So the game has 3 systems to play online: ranked, casual, or lobbies. And the lobbies are these virtual rooms where you have a little avatar that you can control and run around. You sit at a cabinet, and the cabinets play each other. It's very similar to how they do it in Street Fighter 6. To be honest, none of it really works. The ranked matches, if they work, lag. Casual matches, if they work, seem to be the better connections, but also it's hard to get one. And it didn't matter if you did search for everyone worldwide, search for people in a certain radius, search for a certain connection strength. It barely worked and barely would find people all day, and almost every match I played was full of lag. The lobby system seemed to work a little better, except the lobby system has no matchmaking, so it doesn't find people near you. You could be playing someone on the other side of the planet with a 1-bar connection. So right now, I can just tell you, my initial online experience with the beta was awful. The connections are terrible. The matchmaking doesn't work. It's a huge mess. But what about the game? Here's what I'll say about the game itself. The graphics are great. I actually really love the graphics of Marvel Tokon. I like the art style. I think it's visually appealing. Okay? Music, I'll be honest, didn't really notice it. Maybe it's because I have my air conditioner blasting all day. I couldn't really hear it. So maybe I'll hear it better on a day when I don't need that. But couldn't really hear it. But I think the sound effects and the graphics are outstanding. Gameplay elements, hard to tell, because I was just basically trying to learn the basics. The thing is, if you play it like a normal fighting game, it's all about trying to get one hit into a big combo, into a juggle, into an assist, into another juggle, and that can lead to giant damage, and also can lead to stage transitions, which is kind of cool, because I didn't know this game had those, all right? Similarly to Injustice Versus, the game seems to be all about dashing up and mashing buttons, then protecting yourself with an assist, and then mashing more buttons. I don't like that. That's exactly how the opening gameplay of Invincible Versus was. The good news is, the game doesn't seem to have any weird combo-breaking minigame, because that was the problem with Invincible Versus was, once you got hit, there was a minigame where they would try to tag in the next person and then continue the combo, and you had to try to break it with a minigame. That's not in this game, okay? Thankfully, because if it was, I think I would probably hate the game. But, yes, there's auto combos. Yes, there's multiple paths to auto combos by mashing buttons. Literally, you can mash a button over and over, and if it randomly hits, you get a giant combo with 0 effort, okay? That's how everyone's playing online. Likely because the game lags so bad, you can't really play it otherwise. Like, I would say the most atrocious character was Magic. Magic seems to have normals that all have giant reach. So she would just run up and mash, have assist defender, then run up and mash again, and then run up and mash again, have assist defender, and then run up and mash again. You can't do anything. Like, okay, I'm going to try to do something. Nope. Doesn't block. Can't counterattack. Can't punish. You just get destroyed. What the hell? And that's pretty much the majority of what I experienced online today. A bunch of mashing and lag. No one really knowing what was going on. Just doing the auto combos. Not good. Okay? Now, if they fix the online play and it actually works, this game could actually be interesting. Every character playing a little differently. But you don't know because the beta actually ran insanely poorly today all day long. Now, I still had fun. The audience still had fun. They supported in droves. I saved all the card openings till the second stream. Reason being, sadly, that first stream, we barely got to play the beta. We only got to play it online for 1 hour. So because of that, I said, let's save any pack openings that we're doing due to your support to the late stream. So we had 6 packs from the first stream and then 3 additional packs from the late stream. We put them all together. We opened 9 packs of Final Fantasy Magic cards. We had tons of hits. Tons of hits tonight. I think I had over 10 hits in the 9 packs, one of which is now very valuable. And on my Hall of Fame, it is a Cloud Strife Hero card, Mythic Rare, worth $21. So that was awesome, okay? I'll just say the art in those cards is amazing. I totally get why people like the Final Fantasy Magic cards. They're really cool looking. So we're roughly about halfway through the Final Fantasy box now. Overall, today was an outstanding day. Despite the fact this game performed so poorly online, it still was a great day. I want everyone to understand that. I had a great time with it. And here's the thing. Now we got to make the tough decision. And here's the tough decision to make, all right? Do we trust that in 2 weeks' time, ArcSys, the company that makes this game, will fix the online play? Because I feel like if they do, the game could be great. But if it's a laggy, lag teleporting rollback fest, all anyone's ever going to do is mash buttons and lag and do auto combos, which is not how the game is intended to be played. But you can definitely do that if it's laggy and try to get hits. And that's going to be an awful game. The game does seem to have offline content. It's going to have a whole story mode, different stories based on the grouping of characters that are in the game. Like there's a new Avengers, there's an X-Men, there's this and that, right? They're different stories. And that's cool. But obviously you don't buy a fighting game just to play it single player against story mode stuff. You want to play it online. I have no guarantees here that's going to work because that was awful. That was an awful day one experience today. The matchmaking needs to work in ranked and casual because if you just play the lobbies, you just get bad connections over and over, and they need to fix it, okay? So you watch the footage, you tell me what you think, but you're going to see me raging because the game lags so bad you can't play it. That's not good. Not a good day one experience at all. So let's talk about it in the next couple of weeks and determine if I'm going to buy it or not, and if we're going to give it a go. If you guys are willing to come by and give it a shot and engage in support with it, even if it lags, then I would probably try it anyway. We'll have to see what happens. Let's talk about it, okay? Anyway, enjoy the footage and enjoy the big DSP pack rips from tonight. 53-minute episode opening all those Final Fantasy cards, right? Good stuff. I am off from streaming tomorrow when I return on Sunday. Level 1 podcast, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond continuing, and then on the late stream, the premiere of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, a game that is my favorite RPG of all time. Everyone has been saying it's the summertime, play what you want. I'm playing what I want. But please, come by, engage, support Final Fantasy VI. Let's get Final Fantasy card openings during the Final Fantasy VI. Let's get it going, all right? I want to play this game. I want to have a great time with this awesome version of the game. I've never played the Pixel Remaster. Apparently, everyone said it's amazing. Please, let's go. Let's have a great summer of Final Fantasy together. My favorite one ever. Let's enjoy. All right? Everyone, thank you. Have a great day off tomorrow. I hope you all chill and have a good time. And I'll see you all on Sunday. Good night. Thanks for 9 amazing days. Let's do 6 more next week. Peace out.